Right now, teens from across Metro Detroit are preparing to descend on Washington.
Their mission, to make a statement on gun violence, is called A March for Our Lives. And this is a live look at the Capitol this morning, where students will gather tomorrow to make sure their voices are heard. This morning, 7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith is live outside Berkeley High School, where a group of students have pooled their resources to make that long trip.
You know, this is pretty impressive when you think about it. Not only is this being led by those teens in Parkland where that tragic shooting took place earlier this year, but also now we're seeing teens from across the country, including here at Berkeley High School, rallying together to get their own groups together to make that long trip to Washington, D.C. So later on tonight, around 11 o'clock, school buses will be replaced by what's known as rally buses. More than 100 Berkeley High School students putting this together on their own, by the way, getting on buses to head to D.C. to make sure their voices are heard when it comes to gun violences in our schools.
Especially for me as a young person, to make sure that I'm being heard and listened to and not just tossed aside as another young person with another big dream or big idea or something that just won't happen.
Now, Hawkins is one of the leaders of the Berkeley group heading to D.C. Some have estimated this could rival the Women's March that we saw at the beginning of Trump's presidency. The big difference, this is a movement started by students, run by students, really made up for students. We've already seen a nationwide walkout last week. Now we'll see those students at the Capitol beginning tomorrow, but first, the long trip. Now, for Hawkins, the students from Berkeley, that means those 2 rally buses, they actually raised funds for themselves. I'm going to be sharing a GoFundMe that they're using to kind of offset some of the costs for some of the students that thought the cost might be too high, but made their way down there anyways. A lot of them raising their own money to do that. Now, it started as 1 bus, I'm told, but it filled up in a matter of hours. They got the second bus. That one filled up in a matter of 3 days. They simply ran out of time before they could fill up another bus. But they said that there were so many people coming out for this, they thought they could get even more. I'm told that a lot of them are expecting this to be a sight that they just couldn't see anywhere else, something that they really want to be a part of. One student even compared it to something like the civil rights. He says that could be the kind of impact that we see as a result of the March for Our Lives. We'll have to wait and see, but it's all going to be taking place Saturday, and of course we'll continue to cover it throughout the weekend. We're live here outside of Berkeley High School. Matthew Smith, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you, Matthew.